What's going on, y'all? 75Junction. It's your boy Sherm, and we are here with a very special guest today. We got Dinuzzo in the building. What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
It's good, bro.
Hey, man, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, man. Happy to be here. I appreciate you coming out and doing an interview, bro.
No doubt.
Absolutely. So for those who don't know you, bro, can you just tell us who you are and what you do?
I go by Dinuzzo. I'm a producer. Been producing for some years now. And now, the placement's starting to roll in, starting to meet new people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to take everything little by little and keep going up,
Okay, I feel you. How long you been producing for?
I started around my senior year of high school, and then I started because I wanted to rap or whatever. So I'd be like, I want to make my own beats. You know what I mean? So I started learning how to make it. Okay. But I couldn't rap on my beats at first because I was kind of trash at first. So it was like.
At least you can admit it, though.
Yeah, I used to just make shit, and then, but eventually I got nice, and I kind of people to the point where people started wanting to hop on my beats. So I kind of started producing, fell in love with it. But then once I got to producing, then I came back to making my own music. So I would make my own music here and there. Now it's to the point where I could actually write for people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's all coming together.
Have you written for people already?
Not anyone huge yet, but I've had some situations where I wrote for somebody and it was some political shit,
right? Where
it didn't go through, but it could have went through, but it's all good.
But as far as like legalities and royalties and stuff,
it's just not even that. It's just some artists have their writers that they want to write for them. You know what I mean? So they try to keep it in the family, whatever. I mean, which I understand.
Right.
So it was kind of like that type of situation.
Okay, makes sense. So you decided to stick to producing because you were like, all right, well, I got more of a niche for this opposed to actually rapping.
Yeah, it was like I was just making money. So it was like, I was like, damn, I could make money off this. And then you could also make it in multiple different avenues. Like you never know who you're going to meet that you produce for. And then they might blow up. So, and if they blow up and you make that beat, most likely you're going to come up with them.
Absolutely, bro. Okay.
But I'm trying to I would say keep doing the artistry shit too if you do it. You know what I mean? Because you never know.
Right. When did you sell your first beat and how much you sell it for? What was your moment? You're like, oh shit, I can make some bread off of this.
Well, my first big money for a beat was I sold a beat to my boy Caleb Steph.
Okay.
So I had made it was $1,500 for one.
Oh damn!
And then I sold two, so I had made $3,000. So it was just crazy.
Damn. And that was
that was
quick, right?
Yeah, that was probably my freshman year of college, sophomore year, something around there. But it was just dang, I can make this much. I see, so it take a long time to start making money like that because you got to get in these situations where people have a budget and people have money to where they could do that. But,
right.
Because a lot of artists be independent, so they won't have, thousands of dollars to just give you for a beat.
Facts. No. So when you do beats and stuff like that, and you understand people's financial situations, do you ever work something out with them? Hey, bro, I can do half up front, then your payment plans or whatever.
If they fire enough, I'll work it out with them and just do it out of love. I like to do stuff out of love anyway, organically.
Okay.
So if I don't know you and you hit me up and you be like, you looking for beats or you just want me to send you shit for free, then it's gonna be
right.
You know what I mean? Because I don't really have that relationship with you to where I could just do that.
Facts.
But I mean, if somebody's fired, bro, I'm gonna work with them. Period. I don't even care if you got money. If you fire and I feel I see something in you, I'm gonna work with you. Okay. That's just how I am.
I feel that.
I'm not no Hollywood type of person.
No, I feel that. That's dope, man. That's dope. You got the humble mindset. You know what I'm saying? So speaking of people that are fired, do you have any people that are on your radar that you watching as far as music concerned in the area?
Out here, my boy, Zach 1000.
Okay, I heard of him. Yeah,
that's my boy. Everybody know Trees. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Trees low key.
Trees been fired. So
facts.
My boy Caleb that I've been talking about, Caleb Steph. But he's actually in LA now, but he's from here too.
Okay.
Marco McKinnis. Okay, he doing his thing.
Yep.
Who else? It's a bunch of fire people out here though.
Nah,
I'm fucking with Big Money Period. I just kind of
okay.
I kind of just connected with him, so me and him probably gonna start working soon. I'm trying to get connected with the people over there across the water. You know what I mean?
Norfolk, Virginia Beach area.
Because Cause they got some shit, you know what I mean? They got their
Absolutely.
wave going over there, so I definitely want to be a part of that. Like,
Yeah, Breeze Park was popping over there too.
Oh yeah, Breeze Park.
Yeah,
Those the homies. Like I did some joints with them. I did a record for them called Run Back.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn,
you know
I
that
fuck
song?
with that one heavy too. That's
yeah,
crazy.
that's the job.
That's dope. Okay, word. So speaking of producing credits, man, you know I see you did work with Jaden Smith, man.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk a little bit about that. Like what started that? Like what sparked that? Like you put a beat out and he like hit you up, or how did that work? Did you submit one to him?
See, like with industry people, a lot of times you might not even know them. Like so, it's like you may produce something for them, but you might not have actually met them, because it's like literally like somebody could be in the room with them. So with my situation, it's some guys I work with. It's two of them, and they like kind of like act as like managers for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So they like look out for me, but they produce as well. So I had been working with them for like a year and a half, just collabing, like, you know. But they both in the industry. So like one of them did New Flame for Chris Brown.
Oh, damn.
From
Okay.
back then, like, and that jump went crazy. So
Right.
and then the other one, he like worked with like Dr. Dre and like Miley Cyrus, MIA. Like he used to live with MIA. So you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
damn.
like, yeah, so like they in the industry, so they got their connections.
Right.
They kind of found me, and then like we connected through another artist actually.
Oh,
like,
okay.
they were producing for him, and I was producing for him, and they heard a joint I did for him, and was like, "Yo, this dude's fire." So that's kind of how we connected, and then like basically fast forward, he had a connection to Jaden, and we started working on beats for him, and we did like a bunch of joints, but the first one was Past, that of course that he hopped on. He hopped on a lot of them actually, but they just didn't come out. It's you know what I mean? So it was like a bunch of beats he hopped on, but those was the ones that actually made it. But Past was like that one, I literally made the beat, and then I used this guy named Pitt the Kid's guitar. Like he sent me a guitar, and I just like made a beat to it.
Okay.
And then my boy Kyle just did his thing on it. And then Jaden hopped on it, and then they just dropped that joint. It was just crazy how it came out. But
okay, and you did the one with him and Cudi too.
Yeah,
right?
the one with Kid Cudi and Jaden. That was crazy because like I knew I had a possible placement with Cudi on it. Like the record that they hopped on, like we knew we were gonna have to get Cudi on it because we was like, it sound like Cudi.
Right. Definitely.
So I did the second half to that beat. Kyle did the first half. So the part that really sounded like Cudi, like Kyle did that. You know what I mean?
Low-key, I like the second part better. That was when the beat
second
switched
part
up, right?
switch is crazy.
That joint slapped, bro. I was like, yo, this shit is crazy.
Yeah, so that part, I literally made it. I just made like a 8-bar loop, and I made it sound like a crazy. It sounded like a crazy trap beat, but I didn't know he was gonna put it together with that other one.
Okay.
So he made a beat with the same melody, like you know what I mean, and that's kind of how we made it sound like a 2-part song. So it was just crazy how we did it. Like
that was hard, man. That was dope.
It came out fire.
So how difficult is it to do like a transition like that with the beats? Because like you know,
it's
Sicko
not
Mode is like a big one that people hear. You know,
I wouldn't say it's difficult. It's just like you just gotta. I don't know. It's just gotta be the right vibe. It's not really that hard though to do transitions like that for real, but it just depends like what you going to. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I'm not like a big like person that could do like all those transitions, like you know, like EDM music.
Right. Yeah.
I don't do stuff like
crazy.
that, but I'm trying to get into it.
Okay.
Like I know how to do like reggaeton and like reggae
dope.
stuff. Like I do everything for real. So
Okay. That's
really
hard. So tell us about what a normal day in the life of Dinuzzo is like.
I would wake up.
Okay.
Goddamn, I brush my teeth and shit, and then I just hop straight on my computer. Like, it's literally just a room. Like, I don't be in no crazy studios. I mean, unless I'm out in like LA or like Atlanta or somewhere, I might be in the studio. But other than that, most of my stuff I make in my room.
Okay.
Regular shit. Like, that's why I be telling people you don't need like no big old studio. You know, unless you really working on a project and you needed to sound crisp and everything to be perfect, then I can understand why you recording in the studio. But beats, like you can make them shits in your room. You
can make them in your room. You can be at a bus stop on your laptop or something. You know, if you got the software with you.
But if you working on like some big shit, then I can understand why you be in the studio. Y'all got to catch that vibe and like create shit from scratch so that
facts.
It comes out and it's organic. It's not like you forcing somebody to hop on a beat.
Would you recommend people making their own studio if they want to like have a specific vibe?
I always tell people that like Cause that's how I started recording myself. Like that's always people's excuse. Like, oh, I don't got no studio. I don't have no studio to record in. But it's like, bro, you could literally spend like less than $500 to get you a mic, get you some speakers. Like you don't gotta get the best stuff right away, you know.
Absolutely.
Just get something good enough to where you could get a good sound, and then you just work from there, and you just keep building because you're never gonna lose the stuff. You know what I mean? Like
facts.
The stuff you buy, you investing in yourself. So it's like,
okay.
I don't know. That's what I tell people.
I feel you. So when you're making beats and stuff, typically, you know what beats are. Well, actually, first let me ask you this: what software do you use for your beats?
I use FL Studio.
Okay, bet FL Studio. So you have like your sound packages and stuff like that that you use. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff I downloaded over the years.
Okay. So, you know, knowing that and knowing that music, when you're making beats and stuff, is a lot of sound clips and things like that you compile together to form a beat. Do you play instruments yourself?
I play the keys a little bit, but
Okay.
I'm not a fluent player. Like I can't just go somewhere and just start playing like a bunch of, you know what I mean?
Nah,
like, I'm
I
not
feel
that type of. But it's like I just got an ear, so it's like I'll play something and I'll be like, oh, that's fire. And like you could always take your time when it comes to making beats. Now you don't gotta lay something out like all at once without stopping. You know,
Right.
You could like do one chord, boom, and then you could get another chord, boom, and then another chord. You know what I mean? And then you could just make it sound like a big old project. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of of what you're doing,
Okay.
it'll sound fire. You know, you just gotta take your time, but.
Facts. So what's your favorite type of beat to make?
I don't know.
Or do you have like a favorite sound, like a go-to sound that you would pick?
Go-to sound. I like R&B-ish stuff. I'm not even gonna lie. I like R&B.
Okay.
But I like it when it got like a bounce to it, to where it's
Right.
not just R&B. Like it'll be like hip hop.
Right.
Like kind of like the stuff that you hear like Talon or like.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like certain artists like that, like Drake or like.
Facts.
I like up-tempo stuff, but.
Okay.
I could do anything though, for real. But I really like R&B stuff.
Okay. I got you.
But sometimes I'll be I'm tired of hearing some soft stuff, so I'll be like,
Facts.
I'm trying to make some hard shit. I'll
Throw
make
some drums in
make a
this
crazy
bitch.
beat,
Throw some
like
808s
be some
in
trap
there.
shit. But it just depends on how I'm feeling. I just go in randomly, like.
I feel that, bro. I feel that.
Yeah.
So one of my personal favorites is it's called In Vain by Rick Ross. It's got The Weeknd up there, and it's like a slow melodical song, and then it's got like the 808s in there, like periodically though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it just takes it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, because it's like both, like.
Exactly. So you kind of get vibes from both. You know what I'm saying? You can bump it in the whip or whatever whatever you're trying to do with it.
That's a fact.
Hell yeah! You got any favorite R&B artists then? Since that's kind of like the sound you like?
Favorite. But honestly, like, I'm not even gonna cap Drake like my favorite artist.
Okay.
Like, yo,
Ain't no
he
wrong
just
with
be
that.
speaking like, bruh,
He's
the
relatable.
shit he be saying be so crazy.
He's relatable. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the unique thing about Drake is he's an artist that has transcended what it means to be a regular artist. You know what I'm saying? Now he's a superstar, but he's still relatable in the sense that he makes himself vulnerable with his music, and he still raps about things you can cling on to.
Yeah.
What's your favorite project by him?
Alright, so I be telling people this, but like people don't agree with me. But I really feel like Views was his best album.
For real? What?
I just really like Views, bro. I don't know why.
It has some bangers up there. Don't
Views
get me wrong.
it had all bangers to me. Like every.
So I like the first track. Keep Family Close. That was fire.
Yeah.
I liked the one Why You Always Want to Fight Cheesecake. I let it go there. I forgot what that one was called, but that one was hard. The one Future was hard.
Yeah. Let me see what's on there real quick. Hold on. Yeah, so Keeping Family Close Now. You With Me was hard. Feel No Ways was hard. Hype was hard.
Hype was hard, yeah.
Western Road Flows was hard. Faithful was hard.
Faithful was good. That was on Pimp C, right?
Yeah, Controller, One Dance.
Control, One Dance. Yeah, those were bangers.
Too Good, Rihanna. That shit's hard.
Yeah.
Fire and Desire. Like, it's just so many jumps.
Now you go through it. It wasn't a bad. I mean, it definitely was not his worst. I think his best was Take Care, in my opinion, bro. Like,
yeah, Take Care was crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, Take Care was crazy.
That was my favorite album because I feel like every artist has that one album that they are known for and that they can't do better than, in my opinion. Like for me, with Drake is Take Care, man. Absolutely. Like Kendrick, Good Kid, Mad City. You know what I'm saying? Like Cudi.
Take Care was crazy. The only thing about Take Care that kind of like, cause I just be hearing it was so many people like helping him with that one. So it was like
there was a lot. Yeah, there was.
You
a lot
know
of
what I mean?
hands
So
involved,
it's like
especially
I
the
feel like
Weeknd
it
too.
wasn't all him. Like you know what I mean? It was like
facts.
Party and the Weeknd and like you know certain people that like I guess helped him write it. But I just feel like the other one, Views, was like more on a global scale because he was like doing stuff that was like touching every genre in a way. Like he was doing like rap shit, and then he'll do an R&B song. He might do a reggae jump. Like you know what I mean? He had like all the different vibes. So that's the only reason I say that. I feel like it was bigger, as in like
that one had Hotline Bling too, right?
Yeah,
I know that one made it.
It had so many like big hits, but that jump was hard. But I don't know. Drake, he just got certain songs that I really like. Like when he flows, like have you heard Gold Roses or whatever? Him and Rick Ross.
Rick Ross, the one.
Like when he flows like that, that's like when I fuck with Drake the most.
My favorite flow from Drake is probably 5 a.m. in Toronto.
That joke was hard.
That joke was crazy, bro. Like when I saw he did the care package, I was like, yo, stop playing with me, bro. Because that was like almost all of my favorite songs that he did. That was like all on SoundCloud, you know, stuff like that you couldn't really find aside from SoundCloud and YouTube.
I'm trying to think who my favorite R&B artist is.
Mine is The Weeknd, man, right now.
The Weeknd?
Yeah, he's crazy, bro.
The Weeknd's crazy.
Yeah, like he doesn't even have a bad project, bro, in my opinion. Like everything he put out is fire.
I'm just trying to think who would I listen to?
Chris Brown's dope too.
Yeah, Chris Brown hard.
You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong with that.
It just depends, bro. I like Usher.
Usher
Like
Usher stuff is crazy.
Confessions that's one of my favorite albums. That's crazy. Like the whole album got straight bangers.
I forgot the album that he had with Moving Mountains up there, but that one was fire too.
Yeah, that one was fire.
Yeah, like he got a lot of good stuff, man. People sleep on Usher. He don't get his respect, man. Like you know, through all the allegations
Usher
and stuff.
a legend. He a legend.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. Okay, well that's dope. So we went over your favorite hip hop artists. We kind of got an idea of your favorite R&B artist. We know what your day to day life is. You know what I'm saying? You wake up, you make your beats and stuff like that. So how big of a commitment do you feel it is to making beats? Like how much time do you put in a day?
You definitely like if you want to be great, you know what I mean? Like it's a lot of people that's hot right now. Like I'm not trying to like diss nobody, but it's like some of the beats people do. It's not hard, you know what I mean? Right. And I understand why they doing it if that's what people want, and you do it. But like, if you want to be great, you definitely gonna have to like put some time in, cause it's like a lot of those people they gonna last for a little bit, you know what I mean? And then like they might die off. Like it's so many producers that you hear about 1 minute and then like a year later, you know you don't hear them too much, cause like one, they be stuck with a certain artist. You know what I mean? A lot of people come up with an artist and then it's like they can't produce for nobody else but that artist for real. Right. And once that artist stop making stuff with them, it's like they kind of fall off. So I feel like you should try to touch like everything. You know what I mean? Because you never know.
That makes sense. Pretty much having.
You don't put yourself in a box.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of people, if they hear you come up with an artist and it's one sound like that you doing with that artist, they gonna ask for that sound. They not gonna even be looking for what else you got. You know what I mean? I like me personally, I got the records that are out that I have. None of them sound alike. Like, you know what I mean? Everything is like different. Like I got the joint with Davies, sounds like some trap shit, and then got the joints with Jaden. It's like a whole different vibe.
Yeah, I was talking to Tim about the Davies joint that you did. So so what went into that? Like how did that come about?
That one, it was just like random. Like that was before I had any replacements. Like I just. Somebody had got it. My boy X Zone, he had got an email from Davies or his peoples, and then he sent it to me like just looking out, and I just sent beats. I sent like 15 beats. Okay. And then they picked like the second one, and he hopped on it and ended up on that Karma project. DJ Holiday hosted it.
Was it Karma 1 or 2?
The first one.
The first one. Okay.
Yeah, my song, like if you look on like all the like Spotify or like even Tidal, like my song has the most plays.
It was crazy. Which track was that?
Enough,
yeah, bro. That was a banger, bro.
Yeah, Enough had the most plays, so that was crazy because I was like, dang, like I ain't even meet dude, like I never even got to meet him or nothing. But hopefully, you never know.
No, facts.
I might run into him when I'm in LA or something. I'll just be like,
Absolutely. So as a producer, do you feel like you guys are kind of like the unsung heroes?
Yeah, I feel like producers definitely have a lot to do with why people be hot. Because like if you take the beat away from a lot of these songs, like it'll be like a regular
half the time
song.
The artists don't be talking about nothing.
Yeah, like it'll just be some regular shit.
Facts. because the beat is what makes people move. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily the words. The words are just what speak to you.
Don't get me wrong though. Some of these artists making these producers hot too. You know?
Like Future, you know, like, Future and Metro Boomin.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I'm saying? Like,
not even Future and Metro. Like
Take Keith.
Yeah,
Take Keith is a big one.
He hard. He got his sound. I think what made Take Keith really go crazy because he had a sound that sounded different. You know.
True.
But it reminds you of like 3-6 Mafia and like niggas like that, like from back then. But it's like it was like a new school version.
Facts.
But you know, his beats obviously, like a lot of times people be like it sound the same, but it's like that's what's selling for him.
Absolutely.
So he gonna keep doing it
stay in your lane,
get
you know
that
what I'm saying?
bag. Yeah. So absolutely. I don't blame him.
Facts.
For sure.
So who's your you got any favorite producers?
Like
a top 5, let's say.
Top 5 producers. Dang, I wasn't ready for this question. One of my favorites is a guy named Ayo, the producer. Okay. He produced for a lot for like what he do? He did it. Did he do it? No, he didn't do Exchange. He did a lot for Bryson Tiller and a lot for like he did something on. He did Big and Head for Cardi B.
Okay.
But like he's like a duo, like it's a group.
Got you.
It's him and this guy named Keys. But those I like Ayo. He's fire. And then it's a person out here named Don Kevo. I know you heard of him.
Yeah, I know Don Kevo. Yeah,
yeah,
that's my boy, man.
That was like one of my inspirations coming up. So that's my dog too. So like, but he's like I'm gonna be 100 out of all the people I've heard like in person. Like he probably one of the craziest I done heard like make a beat in person. So,
yeah, no, his stuff is hard, bro.
Yeah, he been making a whole bunch of crazy shit.
He been running for a minute too.
Yeah, Kanye, he fire.
Yep.
You know, he be coming with the crazy visions.
Hell yeah, bro.
With his shit. Who else? There's so many producers. Pharrell. Pharrell's like one of my favorite producers because like his shit just be crazy.
Yeah, man.
And he don't never really sample for real.
Facts. He has a very unique ear for sound, and he can just kind of create.
He'll use stock sounds and make a hit. Facts. Like so, it just. I like Pharrell, everything he do. Tim and Bob, I don't know if you know who that is.
I haven't heard him.
Tim and Bob, like some older like R&B producers. Like they did a lot of the R&B hits from back in the day, like Bobby Valentino and like.
Oh damn.
Yeah, like people like that. Jay Holiday.
Okay, bet.
But their drums was crazy. Like so, I studied them. You know, I studied a lot of their stuff.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure once like these records start coming out, like people gonna start hearing like how it kind of like. How they inspired me, you know.
Right. Okay, so your top 5, they kind of that's kind of where you drew inspiration from as well.
Yeah, like those are the people that I looked up to, you know, coming up to try to find my own sound, you know. Bet. Over time, but.
Okay, word. So you got anything big that you're working on right now?
Right now I'm just kind of like working on shit.
Okay.
I got a joint with Sweetie that's not out. Sweetie and Ty on it, so that one I'm excited for that one. There's somebody else on it too, but I don't know if I can even like say everybody that's on it. But I got a joint with Uzi on it. I can't really say who the artist is, but you know I gotta because I don't know if people know that they
right.
You know what I mean? But I got a joint with Uzi on it, which is crazy.
That's gonna be big, bro.
Yeah, and I got a joint with like Sway Lee on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just different records I have that aren't out. So, but like those the people that you could hear on it. So
facts. Okay, I see you working, bro. That's crazy.
Trying, bro. I just need to meet these people, like, cause it's like people be hearing my stuff, they just don't know me.
Exactly.
You know, so like.
So what do you feel like you need to get to that next level to get to that point?
I think I need to just move. Cause like you know out here it's really no scene yet. Like it's no scene like. We trying to bring it here, but it's not here yet.
It's on the way.
Pharrell
man.
Trying to
something in the water. Yeah, that's definitely opening the door.
Yeah, so we just need a scene here because like a lot of people was dope out here. They just don't have no like platform to get their stuff, and they don't know the steps to take to get your stuff to the point where you know you could get a deal or you could, you know what I mean. You gotta have your business shit in order. It's a lot of stuff with this business. Yeah, like, it's really a lot of business stuff that you gotta know. Like, absolutely, there's a lot of legalities and there's a lot of like how to move, like how to talk to people, like you know, it's all about networking for real. Like when people say that, it would be serious. Absolutely, man. Cause you know, music
is a business at the end of the day. It's an industry. You know what I'm saying? So there's a whole plethora of legalities. There's a whole plethora of things you need to be cognizant of and pay attention to. It can be overwhelming for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to start. Like, I just started my own company and stuff. Like, recently, so I just started my label.
Do like an LLC type?
Yeah, like so I got a actual label now called Days of Age Music Group. So like
that's hard.
That's what I plan to like do. You know,
right?
Eventually, once I got the resources to really make shit go crazy, I'm gonna try to like, you know, it's a lot of people here that I know that I would probably like be interested in like trying to help.
Right.
So I'm just trying to change like what's the word?
The culture?
Yeah, kind of like the culture of how music is, like how these labels move. Like, I'm trying to change that because it's like, you know, a lot of these deals they're not in your favor.
Right.
You know, they finessing. They finessing a lot of these artists and
all the time.
They don't begin what they really deserve for their music. You know, so. Facts. I'm just trying to like do stuff the right way, you know, to try to help people. Because a lot of times when you get into a label situation, it's gonna be something that's gonna not, you know, you're not gonna like. So everybody just gotta be on the same page and know, you know, and know what's going on.
I feel that, bro. All right, man. Well, shoot, I don't want to take up too much of your time, bro. So, you got anything else that you want to add, like on a concluding note?
Shoot, everybody just keep working out there. Keep grinding as possible, especially coming from Virginia. You know, a lot of people think it's not. And people see what I'm doing. You know what I mean? It's a lot of other people like Young Raj, like Marco and Caleb, like people doing their thing that's from here. It's a guy named Natra Average. He from Richmond.
Natra Average, I heard of him before.
Yeah, like I just met him. Like he reached out to me. Like, so it's like just keep working. People gonna notice your talent. Like,
absolutely.
And you gonna see stuff start just happening for you. Right. That's why I be telling people, like, trust in God and just keep working.
Absolutely.
Because it's like stuff is panned out for me sometimes. Like, because little stuff will happen. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you right now.
It's like signs.
But it's like I'll see something happen. I'll be like, dang, like, that makes sense. Like, it's random stuff. Like, I got a long story. I don't even want to go into it. I got so many stories I could tell, like, of why I believe it. Like, it be God sometimes, bro. Like,
no, facts, man. People, you know, I mean, some people don't believe in that kind of thing, but I mean, at the end of the day, whatever you believe in, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's definitely something.
It's kind of like you just gotta you gotta feel it. It's gonna be a time in your life where you see something happen, you can be like, that can't just be like random, like, you know what I mean?
There's such thing as coincidences not existing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are things that happen for a reason where it's like, oh, this is a sign, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's all I would say. Like, just trust in God, trust the process.
Okay.
And don't let nobody tell you, like, a lot of people always tell me, like, oh, they're going to rip you off. They're going to do this. But it's like, if you don't take that chance, you're never even going to get no money. So it's like,
exactly. You're
going to get ripped off. Like, it's going to happen to everybody. It's probably happened to everybody in the game, like, at least once, you know? Facts. So you just got to keep pushing it, pushing through it, think positive. Like, it's legit it. Like,
absolutely, bro. All right, man, cool. Well, where can people find you as far as social media is concerned?
My Twitter is Beats by Dinuzzo. Dinuzzo is spelled Dinuzzo. So anybody that, and it's pronounced Dinuzzo. Like, everybody, it's like I hear all type of names. I hear Dinuzzo, Dinuzzo, like all type of crazy shit. I be like, bruh, how you even get that out of
Hey, I feel you, bro. Cause my last name is weird. My last name is Gums. I heard like Gumps, like Gomez. I was like, yo, where y'all get this shit from? Y'all adding letters now? Like,
yeah, Dinuzzo, man.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Okay.
That's it. It's not that complicated.
Okay, so it's Twitter and IG.
That's my Twitter and Instagram. I don't use Facebook too much. And YouTube is Beats by Dinuzzo as well. So that's everything.
And if people want to get like a beat from you or they want to hear your catalog, where would they go for that?
On my Instagram, I should have a site. On my Twitter and Instagram, actually, it's a site where I put beats.
Okay.
It's through Track Train, so
gotcha.
I put beats up there. Of course, I don't put everything, you know. So, but that's like just for people to get like a kind of like so they can hear what type of sounds I do. Right. You know,
get a sample.
But of course, if you're looking for something specific, you just gotta like hit me up, DM me, something like that. Don't DM me talking about some, yo, you got beats, like, yo, you a producer. Like, I hate when people do that. Like, people hit me like that, and it's like, bro, you see what's on my page, like, you know. like just hit me on some like serious note type thing, and I'll respond. Like I'm not no Hollywood person.
Facts.
But you know, some people, I'm not going to respond to bullshit. Like,
Absolutely.
I know when it's bullshit when I hear it. Like, so.
No, I mean, rightfully so, man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you got bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? You got money to make.
Yeah.
And, you know, them as a fellow person in the industry, they should respect that. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, bro.
So, okay, word. Well, all right, brother. I appreciate you coming out for the interview, man. I definitely appreciate you giving me time.
For having me.
Absolutely, man. Anytime, bro. I'll have you again if, you know, you do some more beats for some bigger people, or you got a more story you want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? We could definitely, you know, rekindle that and get something else popping. All right, bro. Hey, make sure y'all go ahead and follow Dinuzzo on all social media platforms. Make sure y'all go listen to his beats. If you're an artist, make sure you hit him up, get some beats, whether you leasing or buying. He is dope. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. He's the next up and coming producer. Absolutely, bro. I appreciate you, man.
No doubt, bro.
All right, 75 Junction out.